We are back. It is the afternoon at the second weekend of the 65th Annual Ford Boat Sport and Travel Show. We're at It's Indy Sports Show Live, and I'm your host, Brian Pointer. A little bit for everybody, a lot of great people out here. No way you can walk out without having a good time and doing something about hunting or fishing. And, you know, we had to take a little bit of a break, but only if you could see what goes on behind the scenes. Our production chief had her intimate picture taken with Twiggy the water skiing squirrel, another of the major popular things that is happening in the Champions Pavilion. Of course, the Deer Turkey Waterfowl Expo taking place, show within a show, jam-packed, record crowds. So great to have you be a part of Indy Sports Show Live. We've been talking fishing, we've been talking hunting, and our good friend Billy Blakely from Blue Bank Resort down at Reelfoot Lake. You're kind of the all-around sportsman, aren't you?
Yes, sir. I like to do a little bit of all of it.
So, where's your toothpick?
That's over in the booth.
That's your nickname?
Yes, sir. Toothpick.
Toothpick. So, how did you get the name?
Well, when I was a kid, I'd always chew on a matchstick or a toothpick or something like that, and I got to fishing with old Bill Dance. He got coming up and doing shows, and I'd be his guide and this one's guide, and I'd always have a toothpick in there, so they all just got to call me Toothpick. It sure wouldn't cause I was skinny.
Well, Bill Dance giving you a nickname is quite something that you should be proud of. Who else have you fished with?
Well, I've fished with Kevin Van Dam, Larry Nixon, Denny Breyer, George, all of the great bass fishermen.
So they come to Reelfoot Lake. Why Reelfoot Lake?
Well, Reelfoot's a unique place. It's not another place like it. As you've seen when you was there, all the cypress trees, all the different cover. It's not another lake quite like Reelfoot out there.
So crappie, bluegill, what else is in the lake?
Bass, catfish, and that's some of the greatest fishing it is. We've got some of the best crappie fishing in the world. Just like here when we got a booth, like the booth we got here, we set a cooler full of fresh crappie out in front of us instead of mounted crappie. That way they can see what we just caught. Way when they walk by, it'll catch your eye here at the show, and a lot of people just come in to the show just to see them crappie and talk to us, book their trip and get out. But this right here is one of the best shows left that we do. And
well, let's talk about that, because you have quite a history, and Blue Bank Resort at Reelfoot has quite a history here at the Boat Sport and Travel Show. Why is this so important to you guys?
Well, we've got around Indianapolis, Indiana area is one of our #1 base places to get customers from. And we've been doing this show. I've been doing it for 30 years myself. And the guy that owns the place, Mike Hayes, he's been doing it for 20 years before I have. So we've been doing this show forever. And,
so this is the 65th annual. You've been doing this every year except for the first 15.
Yes, sir. And we get so many people from here. It's just unreal. It's just like a while ago, the thing that made my day, this little girl that come down fishing 2 years ago, I looked the picture up 2017, she was like this tall. Now this little girl is like this tall, come running out in that booth, jump my arms like she knows me all my life. And that right there is what makes this fishing and hunting worthwhile. Making memories with people that ain't even from the state, like people from here 5-6 hours away, come down and fish and hunt, make good memories, and you remember that forever.
Well, I certainly enjoyed my time, and like you said, we had an opportunity to duck hunt down at Reelfoot Lake, and that was some of the best duck hunting I've ever seen as well. And for those that don't know about it, it's kind of a unique lake in that there's a couple hundred permanent blinds down there.
Yes, sir.
Describe what we're talking about, because you have one yourself that's a little, you just put an expansion on.
Yes, sir. We've got my blind I can shoot, it's got 15 shooting holes in it now. When you hunted with me, it only had 10, so I added on 5 more and a 20 by 12 kitchen in the back. We got TV in there just like being at home. So
drive the boat in and everything.
Yes, sir. Just like pulling in a carport, stepping through the door and getting in the house. Got heaters, cook stoves. We got all the amenities at home. So we do everything right out there. That way we can stay all day. And if the ducks ain't flying, we there and comfortable till they do fly.
But you have to put up with you.
Yeah, you got to do that.
Which is part of the treat, because you're very personable. You've been doing this 35 years. You started guiding fishing in high school.
In the 9th grade in high school, yes, sir.
And look at you now.
I'm still here.
You're still here and doing it well. So the Boat Sport and Travel Show, Reelfoot, Blue Bank Resort, but you're also a pro staffer for B&M Poles and War Eagle Boats and other things.
Yes,
Which
sir.
do you like doing? Do you like doing the guiding? Do you like doing the fishing, the hunting, being at the shows? What's your favorite?
I like all of it. Being at the shows, this is like a vacation away from home for 10 or 12 days, getting to talk to thousands and thousands of people, and I believe I've talked more today than I have in the last 6 months put together.
Did anybody understand you?
Some of them. A lot of them just look, and I'm sitting there, I know they don't understand me.
It is,
but it's fun anyway.
It is fun, and it's a joy to be spending the time with you in the duck blind, and I'm threatening to come down and do some crappie fishing because I'm sure I've not done a whole lot of it myself, and I know I'd want to come to the best.
Yes, sir.
You're kind of a legend down there on that lake, aren't you?
Well, some of them say so. To me, I just go to work and have fun. That's what it's all about.
You tried to kill me last year when I went down for a dunk hunt. Oh my gosh, real quick sidebar story. We were down at Reelfoot Lake and we took a group down and talked about what a great hunting experience I had had there, only to have experienced the worst ice on the lake probably in the history of Reelfoot. And I'm thinking, there's no way, Billy, you're taking us out. And my gosh, they kept a channel open the width of that boat the entire night. Still open it up and refreeze, and you'd go back and forth. What was normally a 7-minute ride to the blind took an hour and a half.
Yes, sir.
I have never been more petrified in my life for that hour and a half. And not one time did any person say, is this a good idea? We just jump in the boat and go do it.
That's right.
And we killed some ducks.
Yes,
but that's the kind of guides you guys are down at Reelfoot Lake. What's your favorite part of the fishing experience?
I love fishing. My favorite thing about fishing is taking kids. Anybody that comes in that resort, whether they hire me or not, if they got kids with them, at some point in that day, if I got customers, I'll go get my customers took care of, come in, and that leaves me all evening free. So if it's anybody there with a kid or 2 kids, I'm going to grab them kids and take mom and daddy, and we're going to go catch them kids some fish.
Probably just scare the heck out of them, don't you?
Sometimes.
So, Bill, things about you that we don't know.
Well, it's not much. I love to hunt. I love to fish. That's about my life right there.
I'm going to give another personal testimony to going down to Reelfoot. That ice extravaganza, we were in the blind and had some ice eaters, some aerators that had kept a hole open, and ducks were flying, but we weren't going to go get the ducks that were off onto the ice shelf itself and necessarily risk anybody else's life.
Right.
We didn't really have to do that because we're really good shots and we killed them in the water hole, but the ones that we didn't, the eagles came and took right off the ice.
And
the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen.
Them eagles will get them ducks as soon as they hit, just like you saw, they set in them trees to the side. One hits that ice, they got him. And it's pretty neat to watch and see, though.
You got all kinds of wildlife down there. And what kind of hunting do you do?
I duck hunt, deer hunt, turkey hunt. I'll hunt about anything, squirrel hunt, rabbit hunt. Anything my little boy wants to do, we hunt.
So you got booths here for Reelfoot Lake. For a resort like yourself, is this an important part of your year to plan around the Boat Sport and Travel Show?
Yes, sir. I mean, we get a lot of our customers from right around in here. And if you're not here, they may go somewhere else, or they want to see that familiar face to relate to Blue Bank. So I'm here for them. And when they come through here and they see me, they just run right to the booth and we talk. A lot of them already got the reservations, but we probably booked 100, 150 people here to show this week.
That's
and a
fantastic.
lot of new ones.
So you're the chief guide down there, and you're always a big presence when people get out of their cars. Pro things, what's that like being a professional?
Oh, it's pretty neat when you can call up and say, hey, I need this, and it's in the mail. You get it in 2 days. Don't have to worry about it. Ain't got to go shopping for it or nothing. You got it there. Use their product. Show it to all these people at this show. They come down and fish with me. We're using B&M products, sitting in a War Eagle boat, using Strike King lures and stuff, and sitting there fishing with all that. Well, when they come home, the first thing they're going to do, if they want a new boat, they're going to look for a War Eagle boat because they like fishing out of it. They use B&M poles, so they're going to like fishing with B&M poles. They're going to look for them. So it helps them out, helps me out, and helps everybody out.
Well, I couldn't be any more if anybody didn't understand that, we might put subtitles on it because he's one of my favorite people. Billy Blakely, the chief guide down at Blue Bank Resort at Reelfoot Lake. 50 years they've been coming to the Boat Sport and Travel Show. We've been down there, we've seen what it's all about, and that's what makes this show special. As you've heard, the Boat Sport and Travel Show in its 65th year, sponsored by Ford. The Deer Turkey Waterfowl Expo is going on right now. Come by and say hello to Billy, book something at Blue Bank Resort, and enjoy this beautiful afternoon. Don't go anywhere. I'm Brian Pointer, host of Indy Sports Show Live. We've still got a lot more to come yet today.